he's working hard and really learning by the day, by the week. He's doing a nice job of getting the most out of each and every day and feeling more comfortable with the system. I think as quarterbacks, we don't count the plays, we make the plays count. Whatever plays we get, we are thankful for them, and we just make them count, whether they're against the first-string defense or Baldwin Wallace JVs. Every scrap we get as QBs, we're going to get the most out of, and that's the way.
Bill Musgrave just dropped a bombshell that has Browns fans absolutely losing their minds. When asked about Stefanski's decision to give Dillon Gabriel all the first-team practice reps while freezing out Shedeur Sanders, Musgrave came out swinging and didn't hold back one bit. His response? Shedeur Sanders is more than ready for any challenge that comes his way. First-team defense, second team, it doesn't matter. According to Musgrave, Shedeur's attitude and progress have already proven he can compete at the highest level, period. Musgrave made it crystal clear that Shedeur has shown he can handle whatever is thrown at him, and he's ready to face any defense with the same confidence he'd show against backups. But here's where it gets nuclear. Musgrave doesn't think Stefanski's approach is justifiable. He's pointing out that Shedeur's growth and attitude have already made it obvious the kid is prepared for the big stage. This wasn't just a defense of Shedeur Sanders, this was a direct challenge to Stefanski's thinking. Musgrave is essentially saying there's zero reason to hold Shedeur back, especially with the progress he's made. It's abundantly clear that Musgrave believes in this young quarterback's ability to perform when it counts, regardless of who's lined up across from him. The quarterback's coach just publicly contradicted his head coach. And in the NFL, that's basically a declaration of war.
For his Achilles, and then he's out throwing some passes, I know, at times when we're meeting or when we're doing other stuff during the afternoon. Seems like he's working like crazy.
Bill Musgrave didn't stop there. He went even further, dropping another truth bomb that should have Kevin Stefanski sweating. Musgrave declared that Shedeur Sanders is working with an intensity that's truly unmatched. According to the quarterback's coach, it's crystal clear from training sessions that Shedeur's commitment and effort are at an all-time high. He emphasized that nothing phases this young quarterback, and his work ethic has only intensified as time goes on. Musgrave made it abundantly clear there's zero room to question Shedeur's dedication. He's putting in more effort now than ever before. His progress speaks for itself, and Musgrave stands firmly behind the notion that Shedeur's hard work is undeniable. But Musgrave wasn't done. He acknowledged that Shedeur has faced challenges during this bizarre Cleveland situation, but he firmly believes in the young quarterback's potential. And then he dropped this bomb. Musgrave is confident that Shedeur is not only capable of playing in the NFL right now, but he will get his opportunity. He emphasized that Shedeur has a tremendous amount to bring to the table and is more than ready to contribute to the Browns immediately.
Well, he's definitely been through a lot, and I know he wants to play a lot of football again. He feels like he's got a lot of tread left on his tire.
Stefanski brushed off the idea of giving Shedeur Sanders any first-team reps. His reasoning was direct, and it became painfully clear this wasn't about offering Sanders a fair shot. It revealed a clear bias. Stefanski openly admitted he didn't want anyone, including Sanders, to take reps away from Dillon Gabriel. This wasn't about what was best for the team or being prepared if Gabriel goes down. This was about his personal preference for one player over another. The head coach just admitted he's playing favorites. He's not evaluating talent objectively. He's protecting Gabriel at all costs, even if it means leaving a potentially elite quarterback unprepared. When you consider everything Bill Musgrave has said, it all makes sense. Musgrave's defense of Shedeur Sanders is completely justified. His public challenge to Stefanski? Absolutely warranted. Musgrave is watching a talented quarterback get buried not because he isn't ready, but because the head coach has already decided who he wants to succeed. That's not coaching. That's stubbornness. That's ego. That's exactly how you destroy your career.
The young quarterback with Dillon starting, you want to make sure he gets a lot of the reps. Different when you have a veteran like Joe, I would tell you, Tony.
Bill Musgrave is fully backing Shedeur Sanders, and didn't hold back addressing the controversy surrounding Shedeur's behavior that sparked debate among Browns fans and media. Musgrave went on the offensive, shutting down anyone who suggested Shedeur wasn't serious or committed. He made it crystal clear that Shedeur is a natural leader, and that's what makes him stand out. According to Musgrave, there's no need for Shedeur to change his approach. His unique style is core to his leadership abilities, and there's nothing wrong with how he carries himself. This is massive. For months, we've heard whispers about concerns with Shedeur's attitude and confidence. Critics questioned whether he's too flashy, too much like his father. Musgrave demolished that noise. Shedeur's personality isn't a problem, it's an asset. His leadership style doesn't need fixing. It's what makes him special. The message is clear. Stop trying to change this kid. Embrace who he is, because that's the quarterback who will succeed.
Will quarter turn adjust when he needs to, but you have to be yourself. The only thing worse than someone who's maybe not a natural leader is somebody who fakes it or tries to be somebody they're not. And so we encourage the players, the quarterbacks, be themselves. When you do lead in your own natural way, and that's the authentic way to do it, and that's always the best.
Bill Musgrave isn't alone in backing Shedeur Sanders anymore. The media is starting to pile on too. Mary Kay Cabot just went all in on Team Shedeur. After closely watching him during training, she's convinced he's the better option over Dillon Gabriel to start. Her analysis highlights Shedeur's exceptional accuracy that she believes nobody else on this roster can match. She pointed out his ability to make precise throws from any angle with his versatile arm motion.
Shedeur Sanders has been making a ton of progress. He looks really good. I've been saying this over and over again. If you put Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel side by side or one after the other in a 7-on-7 red zone drill, I think that Shedeur would probably win that drill much of the time.
Yet, despite this mounting evidence, Stefanski continues to downplay Shedeur's abilities. And it's causing serious frustration among fans and analysts who are watching this unfold. More people are noticing what looks like a deliberate attempt to suppress Shedeur's obvious talent. The narrative is shifting fast. The quarterback's coach believes in him, beat writers are backing him, everyone who actually watches practice says he's ready, except Kevin Stefanski. And that's the problem. Even some of Shedeur's harshest critics are starting to flip. Tony Grossi, one of the most skeptical voices about Shedeur, has openly acknowledged that Dillon Gabriel hasn't come close to living up to expectations. He's expressed clear disappointment with Dillon's struggles, especially considering the high hopes everyone had. He admitted he's been taken aback by how much Dillon has regressed.
It's a little worse than I expected because I have a higher opinion of him than most people in the media and certainly than you guys do. But I got to admit, it's less than I expected. His accuracy has not been good. But the drop passes, that disrupts rhythm in a drive and a possession. But that's no excuse. I mean, you're the quarterback. You got to deal with things.
Yet despite this, Stefanski still refuses to give Shedeur Sanders a legitimate shot. And it's becoming increasingly apparent there may be something personal behind his decision. The frustration is mounting as these issues remain unaddressed. Even the skeptics are asking, how much longer can the Browns ignore the obvious? When Tony Grossi starts questioning your quarterback decision, you've got problems. Big problems. Here's the bottom line. Bill Musgrave's support for Shedeur Sanders isn't just coach speak. It's a full-throated endorsement that underscores his belief in this young quarterback's readiness to excel at the highest level. Musgrave has consistently highlighted Shedeur's remarkable work ethic, leadership qualities, and natural talent. He firmly believes Shedeur has demonstrated everything necessary to succeed in the NFL. His attitude, commitment, and performance speak volumes. But here's what makes this explosive. Musgrave's defense of Shedeur is also a direct challenge to Stefanski's handling of the situation. While Stefanski continues downplaying Shedeur's abilities and favoring Dillon Gabriel, Musgrave has made it clear that Shedeur's progress and talent cannot be ignored. With his quarterback's coach publicly backing him, beat writers documenting his elite accuracy, and critics admitting Dillon Gabriel isn't cutting it, Shedeur's case has never been stronger. The only person who doesn't see it? Kevin Stefanski. When your quarterback's coach doesn't believe in your approach, when the media questions your decisions, when even harsh critics advocate for change, and your team is 2-5 with no answers at quarterback, how much longer can you maintain this stance? So Browns fans, do you agree with Musgrave that Shedeur is ready, or is Stefanski right to stick with Gabriel? Is Musgrave right to challenge the quarterback dynamics? With Shedeur's talent on full display daily, how much longer should the Browns wait? And the biggest question, is Stefanski's reluctance to give Shedeur first-team reps personal bias? Or is there a deeper strategy we don't understand? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this story is far from over, and whatever happens next will have massive implications for everyone involved. The Shedeur Sanders saga continues, and it's only getting more intense.